The Wuhan concert was supposed to be a night filled with music, lights, and carefully planned performances. Fans came prepared for powerful vocals, dazzling stage effects, and unforgettable interactions. However, absolutely no one expected the emotional storm that would erupt when Ziyu suddenly made a heartfelt confession about Tian Xuning on stage. What followed was a moment so intense that it instantly became one of the most talked about events across social media platforms. A concert that took an unscripted turn. From the very beginning, the atmosphere inside the Wuhan venue was electric. Thousands of fans filled the arena, waving light sticks and chanting Ziyu's name. The concert progressed smoothly, showcasing Ziyu's vocal strength, stage presence, and undeniable charisma. Everything seemed perfectly orchestrated until a quiet pause changed everything. Midway through the show, Ziyu asked the band to stop. The music faded, the lights dimmed slightly, and the crowd fell into a sudden silence. Fans sensed that something unusual was about to happen. Ziyu stood still, took a deep breath, and looked out into the audience with an expression that was noticeably different from his usual confident smile. That was when he mentioned a name no one expected to hear that night. The name that shook the arena. When Ziyu softly said Tian Xuning, the reaction was immediate and explosive. Gasps echoed throughout the venue, followed by loud screams and cheers. The name alone was enough to ignite the crowd, but what came next sent shockwaves through both the audience and the internet. Ziyu spoke calmly yet emotionally, admitting that Tian Xuning had played a significant role in his journey both professionally and personally. His words were not rehearsed, nor did they sound like a generic acknowledgment. Instead, they felt raw, honest, and deeply personal. I wouldn't be standing here today without the people who once walked this path with me, Ziyu said, pausing briefly before continuing. Some names stay with you, no matter how time or circumstances change. Fans instantly connected the dots. An emotional confession that felt too real. What made this moment so powerful was the tone of Ziyu's voice. It wasn't dramatic for effect, it trembled slightly, as if he were holding back emotions he had long kept private. He did not confirm rumors, nor did he deny anything. Instead, he spoke about memories, growth, and the kind of bond that leaves a permanent mark. I learned a lot from Tian Xuning, Ziyu continued. About music, about persistence, and about believing in yourself even when the future feels uncertain. The crowd responded with thunderous applause. Some fans were seen wiping away tears, while others screamed in disbelief. Within minutes, fan-recorded videos began spreading online, capturing every word, every pause, and every emotional glance. Fans react, shock, tears, and endless speculation. As expected, social media exploded almost instantly. Keywords related to Ziyu, Tian Xuning, and the Wuhan concert shot to the top of trending lists. Fans from around the world shared clips, screenshots, and emotional reactions. Many fans described the moment as unexpected, brave, and deeply touching. Others admitted they were not ready for such a confession during what was supposed to be a celebratory concert. This didn't feel like fan service, one comment read. It felt real. Another fan wrote, "You can't fake that kind of emotion." Ziyu meant every word. Of course, speculation quickly followed. Was this a sign of reconciliation, a quiet acknowledgement of a shared past, or simply a sincere tribute to someone who once meant a great deal, the history that fans can't forget? Ziyu and Tian Xuning have long been linked by fans due to their shared history, collaborations, and undeniable chemistry in the past. While both have since walked their own paths, the connection has never completely faded from public memory. Over the years, fans have analyzed old interviews, performances, and interactions, often debating the true nature of their bond. Ziyu's unexpected confession at the Wuhan concert reignited all those discussions, this time with new intensity. What stood out most was the timing. In an era where artists are carefully managed and public statements are tightly controlled, Ziyu's words felt spontaneous and unfiltered. Industry insiders and entertainment insiders quickly shared their thoughts, noting that such moments are rare in large-scale concerts. One industry observer commented that Ziyu's confession showed emotional maturity and confidence. He knew exactly how powerful his words would be, the insider said. This wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. Others believe the moment reflects a shift in how idols communicate with fans, less scripted, more genuine, and emotionally open. A moment that will be remembered. As the concert continued, Ziyu returned to performing, but the atmosphere had undeniably changed. The audience was more emotionally connected than ever, singing along with renewed passion. Every lyric seemed to carry extra meaning after the confession. By the end of the night, one thing was clear: the Wuhan concert was no longer just another stop on a tour. It had become a historic moment, one that fans will revisit, analyze, and remember for years to come. What happens next? Neither Ziyu nor Tian Xuning has released an official statement following the concert. The silence has only fueled curiosity and anticipation. Fans are now watching closely for any hint, interaction, or future collaboration that might follow. Whether this confession marks the beginning of a new chapter or simply closes an old one, its impact is undeniable. One unexpected moment, one name spoken on stage, and an entire concert and fandom forever changed. The silence that speaks louder than words. In the days following the Wuhan concert, the absence of official clarification became a story of its own. Ziyu did not post an explanation. Tian Xuning remained quiet. No agency statements were released. Yet, the silence only amplified the impact of that night. Fans began revisiting old footage, archived performances, behind-the-scenes clips, and long-forgotten interviews. Every smile, every glance, every shared moment from the past was reanalyzed through a new emotional lens. What once seemed ordinary now felt symbolic. It's like we finally understand what we were seeing back then, one fan wrote. Nothing feels accidental anymore, said another. Fan projects flood social media. As emotions continued to run high, fan communities mobilized rapidly. Tribute videos, digital letters, and emotional edits dedicated to Ziyu and Tian Xuning flooded platforms such as X, TikTok,